Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is a little bit of a personal topic. I'm actually a little bit frightened to even talk about this. So, you know what, like, I just will, right? Okay, I will. Okay. Wait, I need to go put the hall light on just so I'm not scared. So this video is going to be about my haunted childhood. Like that thing of Harry Potter when they go, Dementors, Dementors. Woo.
Dementor, Dementor!
Anyway, my haunted childhood. This sounds like really over the top, but I have had a childhood that involves lots and lots of freaky things happening to me. And it gives me the creeps to even just mention it, because I have escaped from all of the hauntings. And I don't want to bring any of it back. Please don't come back, please don't. Okay. So when I was a little girl, my mum used to say that I complained about a man a lot. And when I was younger, I'm scared in my own house, terrified of like this all the way through growing up. I could see and hear like this man. My mum said that I always used to have nightmares. I always used to be screaming in the middle of the night, sleepwalking, absolutely terrified of this person. I used to tell her that people were breaking in, people were trying to kill me. I used to see this man standing in my wardrobe, at the side of my wardrobe, at the door, you know, everything. And this all started when I was about 7 or 8 years old and just got progressively worse from there. So what happened was, one of the incidents that happened is we had like a green wardrobe, me and my sister had, and we had some teddy bears on the top. And the first incident I ever had that I know that when you're a child and when your imagination runs wild, I have the most, God, that was just so weird. The lights shine in my eyes and it's like playing tricks on me, and that really scared me. Anyway, teddy bear like just flying off the top of the wardrobe, and not just like a it didn't just fall like that. It literally like went from the back of the wardrobe like that to the front, and I ran down the stairs at my mum and dad's house, and I was naked. That's how little I was. I wasn't bothered about being naked in the house. So screaming while my mum was on the phone, one of them telephones with the curly wires on the side of the, you know, back in the early noughties, whatever you want to call it. And she was on the phone to my grandma, and I just remember her saying, hang on a minute, Mum. Erratic, that's the word. She's screaming, she's naked, she's, you know, crying and all the rest of it. I'm gonna have to go. So she put like the curly phone, like the curly wired phone back on. I don't know why that's a phone, but it is. Curly wired phone, should do that, shouldn't I? Back on the wall. And she was like trying to calm me down all night, and that's when the first sort of instance started happening. Moved into a new property, we moved into a new house, and this is when things got a lot worse, and I'm getting shivers everywhere, and everything's freaking me out because I'm talking about it. And so in my mum's house, it's like this house that needed loads of work doing to it. It was like out of date, the kitchen was like not great, like the floorboards were showing. It was like a rundown house my mum and dad were going to do up, right? So we move in, and obviously straight away when you move into a new house and you're really little, it's scary, and it's even more scary when it's not decorated and it's not like comfortable. I'm trying to compose myself as much as possible because this is like so true, right? I'm moving back a bit because I feel like I'm too close. One of the other things that happened is when I moved into this house, I immediately felt terrified, like not just like a little bit scared, like I wouldn't even go to the toilet on my own, right? Because I just felt like something was just coming with me everywhere and following me and watching me, and it was, oh, It was horrible, okay? I don't know how much longer I can film this because I am getting actually freaked out in real life. So, one of the first things I experienced in the house was, first of all, was me and my sister was arguing when we first moved in. This is one of the first instances. We were arguing, we were shouting back and forth, arguing. My sister had a very, very small, narrow bedroom with some bunk beds. So the bunk beds were like, as soon as you walked through the door, the bunk beds were there, and then she had like a little tiny bit of room, and that was it. It was the tiniest room ever, like a cupboard. Anyway, we were arguing about things, and the light fitting was like above the bed. And all of a sudden, this light bulb that wasn't even on, just smashed, like a smashed. And me and my sister just instantly like looked at each other, and we just stopped arguing straight away, and we were just like, oh, you know, like, what is that? Then I keep looking everywhere because it's like freaking me out. And then my granddad, who knows loads about electrics and like can literally put a computer together from scratch, came and checked the electricity that was running through the light, and then we found out there was nothing electrically wrong with this light that would have caused the bulb to have done that like smash explosion thing. This one makes me feel really scared, and I don't know what to do. So one of the incidents, I feel so scared, that I know that you shouldn't be scared because it preys on fear, but anyway, let's just get it out. So we was baking one winter with my mum, and we made cookies and put them in like a baking tin box, whatever you want to call it. And one evening it was a separate kitchen and living room, so the living room had like double doors, kitchen, living room, right? We were all sat in the living room, me, my mum and my sister, and we were all just chilling out, whatever. My mum said, you know what, Jasmine, go get them cookies we've just baked this afternoon, because you know we could all just fancy one right now, we could all just want one. So I was just like, okay mum. So I walk in the kitchen, I just thought to myself, I don't need to turn the lights on, you know, I'm only going in the kitchen, like, whatever. So I'm like, go in the dark, in the kitchen. I open the cupboard, and as I'm just opening the cupboard, so I open the cupboard just like very, like not that much, it's about this much open, so it's not fully open. I hear in the back of my ear, right here, and what it sounded like an old lady, right, gently say, or like whisper talk, whatever you want to call it, in my ear, ooh, cookies, in like the, oh my god, in like the weirdest voice ever, right? And I just yeet straight into the living room, and I'm like, Mom, somebody just spoke to me in the kitchen, like someone just literally spoke to me, and I feel, I can't do it, it freaks me out. So I'm like, Mum, someone just literally said something to me in the kitchen, and I'm like, oh my god, calm down, like trying to rationalise it might have just been your imagination, it's just the dark or whatever. No, bruv, no, like somebody spoke to me. I don't care what you say, but somebody spoke to me in the kitchen. I had flu one summer. My mum had to work, and they had to sort of like take in turns to look after me. So my dad would be there, then my mum, my dad, and all you want to do is sleep. So I was just like sleeping in this bedroom, and I remember one night after falling asleep, I'm like with my eyes shut, and I'm like asleep, and I feel my mum sit in my bed, and I wake up and I go, oh, hi Mum. I remember looking at my bed, right? No one's gonna believe this at all, please believe this, right? I look at my bed and I see a dip in my bed covers, like an actual dip in my bed covers, right? And I can't move my legs, like I cannot move my legs, right? and I'm like moving my legs and it feels like someone sat on my legs. I just sort of like sank under the covers and prayed for the feeling to go away. And yeah, I kind of was so used to stuff happening, and that was one of the worst, like horrible, that was terrifying. Okay, so another thing that happened in my childhood at this house was, I have afro hair. I'm a mixed race girl, so my dad's African, my mum's white, okay? So when I was a child, I didn't straighten my hair like I do now. I had afro hair like every single day. So like every night I'd go to bed with this afro, and this is when it became even more personal and even more too like attacking, not attacking, but too much in my actual space. So I was falling asleep one night and my afro were like tight ringlets, right? And I just used to feel like someone was grabbing my hair like this and like letting go of the spring. It literally felt like someone was just gently pulling my hair like this. Gently, just letting it gently, just pulling it gently and then letting it pee. Pulling it and letting it pee. For about half an hour. And I was laid there, and I used to lay there going, please go, babe, please go, please go, like this. And I used to scream and shout and tell my mum, and they did not believe me because it was just so ridiculous. Like, who would play with my hair? What can happen? Well, who can do that? That was another thing, and that used to happen every night. Every night. From moving into the house to moving out of it, every single night, like clockwork. And I just think that it preyed on my innocence. And another thing that used to happen was, so it wasn't every time it used to happen, this was just one event. So back in the early 2000s or late 2000s, I can't remember, these things called, I don't know what they were called, but these things are like princess bed things, like the netted princess bed accessories were the hot, you know, thing to have. And my mum bought me and my sister one each, so I got like a purple one, she got like a pink one. And my mum was thrilled to bits, looked so pretty, you know, they had like, those like glittery or whatever, and they looked so cute over his bed, like little canopy things. One night I went to bed and it was a Sunday morning, I think. I remember we were all having a lie-in. My mum came in my bedroom and was screaming, and she was saying, Jasmine, what are you doing? Oh my god, oh my god. And I was like, whoa mum, like chill out, sorry, it's Sunday morning, you know what I mean? Calm down. I looked down, and the reason that she was screaming is because my princess canopy, whatever you want to call it, material was wrapped right round my neck and wasn't just tied into one knot, it was tied into two. And she thought I'd done it. And I was like, Mum, why would I tie my own bedding around my neck? And that just gave me shivers all the way down my spine, because this is true. I swear. I swear on everything that I know. Right, I swear. One day, me and my sister were playing out. Nice summer, playing out. We used to play out till 9 o'clock at night sometimes. My mum was in the house, and my mum said, this was after we moved out, she said that she heard, oh in fact no, this is when I was in the house, sorry, and I was upstairs and my sister was outside, that was it. And my mum, shouted upstairs. She went, Jasmine! She went, stop swearing! How dare you swear at me? And I said, Mum, I haven't said anything. And my mum was like, yes, whatever, you've sworn. That but she was like, Jasmine, I can't believe you just spoke to me like that. And I was like, Mum, I haven't done anything. I haven't said anything. She was like, yeah, you have. And I was like, not me. And she was convinced that I'd swore her that day. And I didn't. So she heard something say, you know what, to her. And I didn't do it, and neither did my sister. So there you go. The electricity went out, and we had like a power outage at home. And it was like out all night. It was terrible. Middle of winter, freezing. So what better thing to have a power cut in a house that's got a ghost that's tormenting me, and everything's going to be dark. Salem's looking at my projector. What? Yes. So this night the whole house was so dark. My mum had to light candles for us to have a bath. Went in the bath with my sister, and my mum like lit these candles like round the hallway and in the bathroom and what have you. And I was like, Mum, I don't want to get a bath. It's freezing. It's dark. I'm like terrified. She was like, Jasmine, it's school tomorrow. You get in the bath. I was like, am I though? 'Cause I'm so scared. Anyway, she was like, yeah, go get a bath. So I was like, oh, okay. So I'm like sitting in this bath in complete darkness, and I'm like, Mum, please wait upstairs with me because I'm terrified. So she waited in the bedroom, which was like down that way. And this is like when we didn't even have like Facebook or Instagram or anything, or like wireless internet on your phone. So my mum, I don't know what the hell she was doing, sat in the bedroom on her own. But and then just when I think the bath's going okay, a shampoo bottle just yeets off the bath on its own. And I'm like, oh great, thank you. I didn't need that today, but thanks for letting me know that you're present, whatever. And then I'm like, yep, bye. So I didn't even wash my body properly. I must have stunk at school the next day. And my mum thought I was a complete lunatic, losing her mind every single 5 minutes. I was getting tormented by a ghost, and no one else was. So the part of the story that's the most freaky and the most like, I was just like, what? When my mum told me this. So the whole time we lived in this house, the whole time, right, my mum was like, you are crazy, you need to get some sleep, you're fine, you are okay. My dad was like, you're fine, you're okay, you're fine, you're okay. The both was, right, convincing me it's in your head, Jasmine. We moved out, we were packing all the stuff to move to his new house. We moved in, and my mum said, right, Jasmine, we live in a 3-story house now. You've just had the most terrible experience at the other house, right? You didn't even want to go to the toilet by yourself. You were terrified of going to sleep on a night. But now we live in this new house, and you're going to have a bedroom on the bottom floor by yourself. So good luck with that. Anyway, so she put me in this bedroom. She was like, night, darling, you'll be fine. And I laid there, and I was just like, I felt nothing. Like, I felt peace. Like, I was just like, there's nothing here. Like, I can't feel anything playing with my hair. I don't feel like anyone's in my bedroom. I don't feel watched. I slept like a baby, right? Slept out like a lion. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, buzz, gone. Like, gone. Right? All night. And my mum came downstairs the next morning. She went, wow. And I was only like 12, so, you know, still getting praise for this, you know what I'm saying? And she's like, you slept so well last night, Jasmine. Good girl. Well done. I'm so proud. Like, all this, right? About 3 weeks later, when we'd moved into this house, the new one, my mum said to me, I have a confession to make. She went, you know when you thought that the other house was haunted? And I said, yeah. She went, yeah, I kind of did the whole time. I was like, what? And she went, yeah, so what I want you to do for me is describe to me what you thought or who you thought was haunting our house. So I described this old lady with a lavender dress on and a white cardigan who was like in her 80s. And my mum was like, and I was like, Mum, are you okay? And she was like, and I was like, Mum, are you okay? And she was like, well, Jasmine, actually, that's the exact description that I told your dad, like, yesterday, of what I thought was haunting our house. And I was like, what? Like, what? So you actually, without any conversation or prompt, we both knew the same description of what was haunting us. Like, what? You like this video, and I hope you did. I hope you actually watched all of it. If you did like this video and you want to hear more, then please give me a like and a subscribe. And please tell me if you've ever been haunted as a child, if you've lived in a haunted house, if you've had a spooky experience, if you've ever seen or heard anything that's really weird. Please let me know. Please let me know down in the comments. And I will see you guys. I'll see you guys later. Bye. Bye.